Hey, what's going on, everybody? Another Saturday hangout. Another Saturday hangout. Let's see if the chat thing will work today. Refresh that. Hit OK. Space loot's going on. Hopefully everybody's doing well this Saturday. I usually make it before it hits 0. What's going on, Spence? Granny Glue Sniffer, you got to start posting pictures up of your stuff, Granny. What's going on, Mark and Brian? Who else is here? Let me scroll back up a little bit. Buckethead's here. Ansel's here. GB. Sprue Surgeon. We've got a bunch of people here, so that's cool. Good to see everybody today. Well, see everybody over here today. On the side in the little chat thing. Hopefully Saturday is going well. We got our iced tea, so we're ready to sit here and do nothing, as usual. What's going on, HG? So like last year, we had our marathon wood building. We're gonna do that in in September. That's when you're going to Salem? September? Yeah, September is when I'm gonna have a free weekend just to myself to do whatever we're doing. What's going on, Brian? I am awesome at doing nothing. Awesome. So if you haven't been on the site, I've been thinking about adding a beginners. Yes, you do, Granny. Yes, you do. A beginner's category to the Mahdi contest to get more people into the contest, because a lot of people, unfortunately, don't think they are that good at modeling. Even if you're not that good at modeling, we don't care. Come hang out, post your stuff. We're always encouraging. We're not disrespectful or anything like that. Unlike a lot of places you see on Facebook, man, if you post something up, they're on your shit real quick. And I don't like those places. I drop out of those groups and pages very, very fast. What's going on, Aries? Good to see you, buddy. So yeah, we're thinking of doing that. We got plenty of time to add that in. Actually, I got to add it in soon because we're already almost done with a quarter of the year, which is never a good thing. Why the heck? This stupid thing never wants to work. Never wants to work. And there go all the messages flying by. And who's messaging me? So yeah, we're thinking about putting, I'm not good at modeling, but I'm really good at covering up mistakes. Hey, that's what it's all about. I'm not good at modeling either. I'm very good at covering up the mistakes. So I started playing with the Scale 75 paints. I'll talk about those today, what happened with me, if you didn't see it on Facebook. We're going to do next time, make a whole wooden house this time. Yeah, well, what I want to do is I actually want to make a wooden house of an old house that I used to have. So, hey, what's going on, Tom? So while we got you guys here, the first thing I'll let you know about, as always, is the giveaways. So this month's giveaway is sponsored by Sabo Miniatures. They're going to be sponsoring a 8 paint set of your choosing from the site, and I'll give you links to all that stuff where you can go check out the 8 paint sets, so you can see which ones they got and you can decide which one you want. And then I'm jumping in on the giveaway, and it's going to be sponsored by HLI. We're going to be giving away the beginner wet palette set, or the starter set it's called. And if you haven't seen, go to the channel. I did a review on the Redgrass Games Everlasting Wet Palette. It's actually very good, a lot easier than making your own. The pad in there is supposed to be mold resistant, holds water a long time. But like I was saying in my review, it all depends on where you live too. And if you're in a climate that's going to suck freaking water out of stuff, you're going to have water sucked out of it quicker than where I live. So, but we're adding that to the giveaway, so that's going to be in the giveaway. How it'll work is the first winner will get to choose which one they want, paints or the palette. The second guy will get, or girl will get, what wasn't chosen. Or if you both want the wet palette, I could talk to Brett and tell him, look, this is what we're gonna do. You know, both want the wet palette, so we'll do that. What's going on, Mark? Hello from England. I'm hoping I'm going to say it right. Osric 9000. Glad to have you with us. Welcome aboard. Nice to see you here. So, since Osric's new, I haven't seen him before. So we'll let you know what's going on here, buddy. What we're going over now is every month, the last Saturday of the month, we have a giveaway. And that's every month except for December, because December's slated always for our Christmas giveaway. And that's, everybody knows I'm a big Christmas head. So this month we're going to be giving away 2 prizes. And it's going to be either this, the Red Grass Games wet palette, or it's going to be your choice of a set of paints from Scale 75. 8 paint set, and Sable Miniatures is doing that one. Hey, what's going on, Phil? Now how the giveaway works is the more you watch the stream, you earn space loot. It's pretty much a currency during the stream, and then at the end of the month, that last Saturday of the month, you use your space loot to buy raffle tickets, and you get a chance to win one of the prizes. You don't have to buy space loot. You automatically get it for free as long as you're watching, but you can also donate to the stream, and for every $1 you donate to the stream, you get 50 space loot. So if there's something you really want and you're new here and you want to get in on space loot, you can grab it in there. So if you see the guys putting the exclamation point space loot, that's how you see how much space loot you have. So those will be the giveaways for this month. And then we got to decide on what we're doing next month. So I was thinking about, like I said, the Mahdi. I'm gonna probably add a beginners category into the contest. If you're new here and you don't know what Mahdi is, go to hobbylinkinternational.com and you'll see Mahdi up top, and that has the rules and stuff like that in there. The other thing, and I don't remember what I was going to say. The other thing that I was going to do. What was I going to do besides that? Oh, I already have two group builds for next year, which we're going to post at the end of the year, but I have them in mind. We're going to have the Star Blazers group build, and we are going to have a group build that I used to run on Fine Scale Modeler when I was over there, and we had the group builds over there. And it's basically a military group build for veterans, or if your family member was a veteran, we're gonna build what we used in the military. Like mine, I was a tow gunner on a Humvee, so Tamiya has the Hummer with the tow system on it. I built that before, but unfortunately it got broken, so I'm gonna build that again. That was my vehicle. I was on a whole bunch of vehicles. Flew in Hueys, Blackhawks. We had the Hummers. And then what else was I on? You know, like I don't think there's models of deuce and a halves and 5 tons. I don't know if there is, but I would be building a Hummer again. So we'll be doing that. Question about that: can you enter something you did for a group build? Yes, you can, as long as it was an okay. We'll define the new build. As long as it's a new build, I'm accepting builds like a few people already asked me. They had a built model or a partially built model, and they're breaking it all the way down and rebuilding it and fixing it up. I'll accept that because you're actually destroying a built model and rebuilding it. So yeah, if you built it and I seen it from the beginning, or you can prove it was from the beginning, just let me know, and you can put it in there. That's fine. So yes, if you built it for a group build, you can also enter it into the Mahdi contest. That's not a problem. Oh, thank you very much. Alarcon. I'm hoping I'm saying that right, too. You're another new guy. Well, we got a bunch of new guys here. That's pretty cool. I like seeing new people. So I talked to, actually, Boyd messaged me on one of my recent videos. What's going on, Usher? Boyd messaged me on one of my recent videos. So he told me anything I want to post of his up on the site, I can. So that was really cool of him. I'll start posting Boyd's videos up on the site too. This way you can see those. Actually, it's Henry. I'm off today. Oh, okay. got a different name on there. What's up, Dave? You got cool ones. A10. Did not know you used to be in Fine Scale. Yeah, I was in Fine Scale Modeler a long time ago, and I always use my real name for any sites I'm on. So, what's going on, Joe? So, you'd find me on Fine Scale Modeler under Kenny Conklin, and that was a long time ago. I actually got to go back there and see what I named that group build. I think it was the military veterans group build or something like that. And we did 3 of them. But yeah, if you were in the military or your family member was in the military, we're going to be building stuff like that. But that'll be next year. Kenny, did you see H2 return from GM? I have no idea what that is, Brian. No clue what H2 return from GM is. I'm sorry. So, let's get over to the bench. The bench. Oh, actually, I'm going to start. After I do this, I was thinking I'm going to do something that Boyd used to do. And you'll see what it is in a minute, because I liked when he did it. The lady. The lady, she's back in primer. Back in primer. This is twice she's been stripped. I had flesh tones, well, the base coat of flesh on her, and I had the navy blue jacket on her. I did a very bad tape job, or actually silly putty job on her, and I got paint everywhere, and I tried to take it off, or actually fix it up, and I barely nicked it, and the scale 75 paint came right off. So I asked on Facebook about that, and Gil Mondragon actually said he has the same problem with the scale 75 paints. It was only in a couple spots that it came off, but unfortunately the paint did come off, and I didn't even have a chance. I know I do it on most of my models. I'll spray a sealer in between coats, but I didn't even have a chance to actually spray anything on her. I nicked her, and that was it. And I don't like trying to touch up an airbrush paint job with a paintbrush, because you always see that mark. So I was like, son of a bitch. Had to strip her down again. Another thing with these metal models from Andrea Miniatures, I stripped her down in lacquer thinner after I was doing the Windex. Not a good idea. It starts to pit the metal. If you lightly rub her down with or a metal figure with lacquer thinner to get the paint off, that's fine, but don't dunk it in there. It just starts eating up the metal. The Hummer return all new trucking. Oh, that's the H2. The original H2 wasn't even a real Hummer. All us guys in the military laughed at us. It was a Hummer body on some Jeep frame. My brother had the Jeep that they used the frame from. The only Hummer is the original Hummer by Hummer. That thing was wicked. I wish I had one. So yeah, the scale 75 paints are beautiful. They lay down super, super flat. And the only problem was I had that nick, and it took it right off. So I have to... hey, what's going on, Haken? I actually have to redo her again. I got to spray the white on top to get the zenithal priming down. This way I can do that. So while we're here and talking to you guys, I completely... What the hell noises are you making over there? Kelly's making noises. Nothing weird is going on. I have the Mang Hummer. I didn't even know Mang made a Hummer. I got to go look at that. The Tamiya one is the one that has whatchamacallit, has the tow system with it, and that's what I did, so I want to get that one again. What I'm doing, and you probably can't see it, is last night after painting, I was messing with the figure, so I didn't get a chance to clean this. So I got paint stuck in there and everything. So while I'm talking to you guys, I'm gonna clean this up. That's down there. It's a civilian one. Yeah, the military one was not a comfy ride. It looks like YouTube's starting to go after everybody. If you don't know, I quit smoking and I moved over to vaping, and I'm down to 0 nicotine on most of my things. And now they're going after people I know that run vaping channels, and it's ridiculous. They have them not marked as kids and all that other stuff. They can't get money anyhow. They can't be monetized for that type of channel, but they're still going after them. So it's only a matter of time before this whole thing shuts down, and hopefully something new and better comes out. Just like Facebook. Facebook's horrible, and that's what I forgot to do on Friday night. We're gonna have our Friday night hangout and do hobby talk, and I completely forgot about that Friday night. Sorry about that. And I was gonna talk about social media and the hobby, which there's some good groups on Facebook, and there's a lot of bad groups on Facebook. Facebook and social media has kind of destroyed a little bit of how we used to do things in the hobby, or how we used to talk and stuff like that. So don't mind me while I clean the airbrush and yak with you. Space Loot, I see somebody shaking. Oh my god, the girl just twisted over there. I'm waiting for her to fall down. So I'm going to clean this guy real quick. Make sure you take the air valve out. If you hear anything, it's going to be... that's hopefully that's not too loud. I'll try to hug it and keep the thing off of there. So I actually gave these ultrasonic cleaners away as a prize, I think before Christmas. A few guys won these ultrasonic cleaners. Just Windex, no ammonia in the Windex, because the ammonia will take off. I didn't think I could reach that far. The ammonia will take off the plating on your airbrush and then bring it down to the brass, so you don't want to use anything ammonia based in there. Funny thing about Hummers, they tested it multiple times trying to roll it and determined it was stable enough. Could be rolled within a month of them arriving at airbase in Germany. Security first. Oh, you could roll those things. It's definitely able to roll those things, but they're great. I love my Humvee. Had a great time in that thing. I built the other timer circuit on the development board today. Oh, cool. Oh, there's cat hair all over me. There's Max hair all over me. Max loves jumping on me and whatchamacallit, sitting on my shoulder, so that I'll always have hair on me, the models, everything. And thank you to everybody. I've seen a lot of Chippy merchandise being purchased, which is nice. That helps out the site. Oh, I'm going to go over to and do what I was going to do. Now, this is what Boyd used to do, and I think I'll do this on Saturdays, is wait for the whole week to pass by, and then we'll do a little of going through what's going on in the community, show off what people are doing. Sorry about this stupid thing humming, but it's stuck in there, so anyway, so we're gonna do like a little Dr. Bob always posting stuff up. What does Dr. Bob got going on? Chippy Isle at the commissary. Here's Bob's mug. And of course I posted up about the hangout. I just picked up 300 pipettes for $10. So if you're interested in this, if you come to the site, it's up there. You can just click the link, and you can order those for $10. They came in 2 days, very quick. Then we got Ken. Congratulations to Ken Spriggs. I don't know if he's on here today, but if you guys remember the Halloween build, and then he finished up his Thing build afterwards, he entered it into a contest today, and he took first place for that build, which is pretty darn awesome. So Ken, congratulations on that. And then Eric, Rascal's Hobbies, if he's in the live stream right now. He's working on his Batman build, and he's starting on the Bat boat. I don't think he's going to paint this one. I think he's going to polish up the plastic on this one. I've seen a few guys do that. Actually, I've seen Chris Cortell do that, which was pretty cool. He had a blue car, I'm pretty sure it was, and he didn't paint it, just polished it up, and it looked really good. So our friend Eric over here, he's working on the Bat boat. Eric jumped into a bunch of group builds, which is cool. And then Matt, next up on the bench is the old Star Trek kit with Mr. Spock and the three-headed monster. And this is his Christmas build. And if my buddy is out there, Buck Moore, if you're watching, let me know what to write up with the Frankenstein kit. Otherwise, I'm just posting it up. I think I did post it up. But yeah, this is, he's going to be working on his Christmas build. And then at the show, Ken Spriggs again was lucky enough to pick up the old Helicon dropship, 1/72 scale for $20. He said it's partially built, but it looks like all the pieces are here, so that's a nice score. I mean, that's not bad if that's built up. You can could work on that. It's got the decals and all that good stuff. Then he posted about it over here again. Here were Ken's entries into this year's contest that he went to. He did, this is from NY3D Creations, the Baby Yoda, and he actually added little hair on top, which is very cool. Here's his Invisible Man that he did for the Halloween group build this past year in 2019. Here's his Mandalorian over there. And then this is the Thing that won first prize. If you want to check out any of these, and the Mandalorian again, if you want to check out any of these, if I'm going too fast, just come over to the community, join the community, and do what you got to do over there. Join the fun. This one is actually pretty cool. This is the Death Star, and this one, if you've seen, down here it says use Dana Magic decals. So our friend Dana, somebody used her decals and entered it into the contest, which was pretty cool. The decals look really nice. They fit on there really well. I still have her shuttle decals and the Superstar Destroyer decals. So those are on our HLI shop if you're interested in those. Here's our comedian Bob posting up some funny stuff about me. Always posting for people's birthdays. Bob's always posting up the lovely ladies. Our buddy Phil here, he got himself a new camera for doing videos. Cool looking camera. And there I am in the background. Haha. I'm in the background. John just got onto the site, and here's the poor lady. She had her flesh tones on and the navy blue, but unfortunately it was a bunch of scratches. So she's what did I post? She sleeps with the fishes. And then Mark, he's working on the Ecto 1, and this is, who is this by? This is one of those kits that you get the parts every month, and I forgot who issued this one. I don't know if Eagle Moss does these, but this is pretty cool. That's nothing. Eric finished up his Viking ship, and this is for the Mahdi contest, so he's got that done. Let's scroll through those real quick. With 1,000,000 shields down over here. He's got videos up on his YouTube channel. He didn't use the vacuum formed ugly sail. He made his own sail that's all tied up at the top. Put the rigging on. So he did his thing over here. Did a nice job on the kit. And then Bud finally getting back into the building phase. He's got his desk ready, his parts out, and he's got his chippy cup over there. He's ready to go. And this is what he'll be building. It was another Secret Santa group build kit, so at least people are starting to get on those. Though that's open-ended. And here it is again. Next one. I'm trying to see if it says where it's from, and I don't see it on the book either. I gotta ask him. Oh, how did I miss this one? I missed that one. And there's just people writing stuff, and Bud getting in on the Batman group build. And here's Augie Gonzalez with a couple of his builds too. So that's pretty much what's gone on in the past week on the site. If you're not on the site, come and join in on the good stuff on the site. We'd like to have you over there. What happened, Kel? Don't curse, Kelly. Don't curse. Don't curse, Kelly. That's almost a lifetime supply. I bought 500 about years. Still have a lot of them. I missed stuff, but hopefully you guys enjoyed looking through that. I think I'm going to do that like Boyd used to, go through what you guys are doing weekly on Saturdays. This way you can see, and hopefully people enjoy what they're seeing and join the site and start posting up their stuff. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. I missed something talking to the wife. That is by Eagle Moss. Okay, I didn't know which one. I didn't know which one it was. $20 for the dropship. Yeah, he made out on that thing. He made out on that thing. So let me. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Just got these two. As you all know, I like to use those craft pipe cleaners. Oh, this last batch I got is horrible. There was fuzzies everywhere. So I gave up on the craft cleaners, and I went out and got a real airbrush set. And it's got the brushes, and then the little pokey tools, and then this pokey tool too, to get into the tips and stuff like that. And it was only $7, and I got this one in 2 days too from Amazon. It's on the Amazon shop if you're interested. Hey Omar, what's going on? Ansel needs your address, Omar. Amazon.com/shop/sci-fi and how do you spell sci-fi fantasy? Sci-fi. It was sci-fi fantasy. So that is our shop. Hey, what happened? Didn't give the link. HTTPS. Let's see if it gives the link this way. So if you're interested in the stuff I'm showing, anything I show on the site or the stream, I toss on the shop now. So this way you know where it is. You can grab it and do all that stuff. Yes, it does help very nicely with the cleaning. It's cheap too. It's only $7. So I wasn't passing it up, and I got rid of the pipettes. So I will no longer be endorsing the craft pipettes after the last batch I got. It was just a very bad batch. Very, very fuzzy. Working on a stand. Who's hurt? Why is somebody hurt? So I'm just going to chit-chat with you guys while we do this, and then we're going to figure out what we're going to do after this. Oh, and if you didn't see, I posted a video. If you all remember, Mark sent me his Sotar 2020. I forgot when, it was a while ago. But he sent me the Sotar 2020, and it was messed up, and I couldn't figure out on live stream what was wrong with it. So I finally found the problem with it. It was the cracked air tip. And it was pretty much just destroyed by whoever had it before Mark. And I started using my chrome that I got from Amazon. And guess what? That doesn't work. So I got a hold of Ken from Badger. And he was very upset that they were both bad. And he's like, listen, don't buy from Amazon their products, because it's not coming directly from them. You know, it's coming from wherever it may be coming from. So he told me, you know, I'm going to send in my airbrushes to them, and they're going to take care of it for me. And we'll have those fixed up. Probably in about 3 weeks to a month, I'll have them back. And then we'll have two working airbrushes, which is always a good thing. It's always nice to have working airbrushes. So right now I have my, what I'm working on now, the 105. But the 105 is like a general, you could do fine stuff with it, but I like the Sotar and I like the chrome, because you have the wheel in the back where you can adjust, and I can always hit that same fine line all the time. With this, I can't, you know, I'm not always going to hit the same fine line. Sorry, Mark, very special hello to you. How are you? Yeah, Amazon's fine for some things, Brian. Just not airbrushes. I've had a bum one from Amazon. Mark had the bum one. There was a few other people that were on the live stream that told us they had bad ones. So stay away from buying airbrushes unless you know it's coming directly from that company you're buying it from on Amazon. Then that's no problem. Then you're dealing with the company. But if it's not coming directly from that company, don't buy it. I buy I buy so much stuff from Amazon, so don't worry about that, Brian. I'm talking about the airbrushes. I'm actually going to be ordering that that hub that you have. I need that hub myself. And now I'm in the middle of trying to find a piece in here. Saving up because this computer is shot. It's taking me 4 to 6 hours to render and edit videos, which it shouldn't. So I found the computer I want. It's basically for video and editing and everything. I'm gonna save up pretty much $3,000 to get the computer. Amazon just delivered. There you go. Amazon's there. So that's what's going on with this. We're gonna clean this up, and then we're gonna do something. I don't know what we're gonna do. I use cheapo brushes from Evil Bay. Airbrushes? See, that's one thing. I don't skimp out on the airbrush. Because there's, like I said, Badger, I have my Crescendo 175. I have that thing for over 20 years and not a problem with it. The air valve went on it, but that was my fault because I forgot to take the air valve off it, and I was soaking it in lacquer thinner to get paint off, and I ruined the air valve myself, so that was my fault. But the Crescendo, that's my workhorse, big one. That's not for fine or anything. That's just spraying down primers and stuff like that. So I love the Badgers, but I'm looking at getting a Harder and Steenbeck Infinity. Mix it up a little bit because that's an awesome airbrush too. Yeah, I love Badger airbrushes. They're really good. Yeah, I use airbrushes for pretty much everything. Makes my life easy, airbrushing. Fine details and stuff like that, or brush. And I just got these Bombwick brushes. I got 2 sets. This one is the Artillery Heavy Duty miniature brushes. There's a bunch in here. And then these are the finer brushes. Detcord Special Detail. These are the detail brushes. So I got two different sets of brushes on there. So yeah, that's up with the brushes. A lot of my painting is done with rattle cans. See, I can't use the rattle cans in here because I'm in the little corner of the apartment, and that'll really stink it up. It's bad enough when I go on the deck and I do it, and the smell always comes in. It gives poor mom over here a headache. So we don't want to give her headaches. I never know how to say it. Is it Pache or Posh? I had those. I gave those away. I liked them. They were decent airbrushes. Dana uses an Iwata Eclipse. Yeah, Harder and Steenbeck. I want that Infinity. I want that Infinity airbrush. Uh-oh, I hear my son coming out. You getting a whole lot? You hungry? Yeah, I'm hungry too. It's that time. What's for dinner, Kelly? Posh, I believe. Yeah, I never knew how to say that one. No, I'm not keeping secrets. I'm actually yelling at Kelly and Mom on the couch because they got their phones going, plus the TV going, and it's in my head right now. It's like you got to shut something off. See, Dana knew. Dana knew exactly what was going on. It's like, shut it off. It's all too loud. I haven't had the posh Pache, I don't know, in a long time. You do a bad lip reading? Take the live video and do a bad lip reading? Now it's almost that time to decide what's for dinner. Harder Evolution and a cheap Iwata copy. I found out through Ken that the Iwata Neo isn't even made by Iwata. That's actually made in China, and they just have their name on there. So, nah, we had pizza the other day. Mike. Hey, Mike. Mike. Oh, there's Mike. What's going on, Mike? Mike. Mike. What day is it, Mike? And it's Mike's birthday today. Happy birthday, Mike. I wanted to go back and make sure. Happy birthday, young man. Any thoughts on Iwata airbrush? I have yet to use an airbrush. Chimichangas. Dana uses, a lot of guys in here use Iwata. Iwata's a good airbrush. I've just always been Badger, but I know Harder and Steenbeck is an awesome airbrush. I would say they're on the high end of the airbrush. Still 4 hours before dinner here. Nah, it's 5:30 here, so we got to figure out. Yeah, the Iwata Neo is the one. If you look on the package of the Iwata Neo, it'll say made in China or made for Iwata, so it's not made by Iwata. It's just a cheaper version. Not even made by them. Hobby Lobby clearance say nice. Aztec Chrome. I've never seen that one. I've never seen an Aztec Chrome. Not at all. If you haven't picked up these brushes, they're very good. I love my whatchamacallit, ultrasonic cleaner. That thing comes in handy. Have to thank Kelly for that one. She let me get that a long time ago. Long time ago. These can go back in here. These can go back in here. Don't fall again, lady. Airbrush is good. We can close that. I don't dump the Windex. I use it like 10 times before I get rid of it because it's still good. You can't use 40% of coupons or airbrushes anymore. Yeah, they don't let you do that anymore. Alright, that liquid is safe and sound. Hopefully got to clean the airbrush jar. It's getting also filled up. Yeah, I let that sit. Like I said, I let the Windex one sit in there. I'll do at least 5 to 10 cleanings with it unless it's really gunked up. I got an Iwata clips on sale plus the 40% off. It's remarkably similar to the Italian construction. Yeah, it was funny because down in Florida, they let me use the 40% off coupon even when they have that orange sticker on there, the final sale or whatever it is. But up here in New Jersey, they won't. I don't know why. Don't know why. Michael's is even worse. They have coupons for everything except for the things that aren't good for it, and it's which things the coupons are good for. They don't let me use it here in Dallas. Yeah, in Jersey they don't let you use it. I don't know why. Now with the scale 75 paints, I was thinning them down 50% distilled water and 50% paint, and I was actually watching a couple guys that do minis. I don't know how they're doing it. I got to practice. They're using the scale 75 paints, and all they're doing is filling their cup up a little bit with this, the flow improver. I love this stuff. This stuff is awesome. And putting the scale 75 in with it, and scale 75 is thick, so I don't know. It's weird. I would figure they'd have a problem spraying, but they're not. So I'm going to actually end up trying that to see how it works out. I don't want a cheaper version for sure. Then, Dana, what's the one you got? The Eclipse? I'd go with the Eclipse then if you're looking at Iwata. If you, see that? There's one piece remaining in the thing. Granny, if you're going to go with Badger to start out with, Iwata's good too, but if you go to Badger, the one I'm building now, the Patriot 105, is a very good airbrush too. It doesn't have the knob on the back, so you can do fine lines, but it is a good airbrush. I love my Badgers. I forgot 2 parts. You guys are getting me all confused. 50-51 might be too much. No, it's the consistency of milk. This stuff, the scale 75, is very thick. It's like, it's not anywhere like a Vallejo or an Ammo or an AK. This stuff is like a gel medium. It's really, really thick, the scale 75. 50-50 was nice. I tested it out. Spray's beautiful. But I am hoping AK with their new line. I'm actually hoping Ammo does it too, because I prefer Ammo over everything now. Just don't have to thin that or anything. Just dump it in the pot and you go. But I'm hoping Ammo and AK follow Scale 75's lead with the tray of like 63 paints. And then you could get the whole line in one shot. But yeah, the Scale 75, I don't know if you used them or not, but the paint is thick. Very, very thick. I showed on the video I did with the Redgrass Games wet palette how thick it is compared to the other brands. I don't know what they use in there. That's why I like the Ammo. Don't even have to touch it. Dump and go. Dump and go. You can do fine lines with this one that I have right now that I'm working on. I'm gonna push that over there now. But the only problem with an airbrush like this, even though I can do fine lines with it, is like I was saying, it doesn't have the locking nut where I can hit that same line every time. I can adjust it, leave the same line in there, and don't worry about it. If I'm trying to do fine lines with this, my finger's always going to move. Oh, actually, I didn't send them in yet. I did not send them in yet. Just in case somebody is not knowing what I'm talking about, because I didn't send this in. Yeah, scale 75 you can use either way. It takes a lot of getting used to. If you want to paint and you don't want to be frustrated, don't get scale 75. I'm going to tell you that right now. So this is the Badger 105. This is the one. This you can do fine stuff with, but this is the chrome. So if you didn't know, this is the locking nut I'm talking about. I can adjust this down to wherever I want to, and I'm never going to go back further than where I adjust it to. So if I want a super fine line, I know I'm always going to hit the same spot. I don't have to worry about getting a blowout and then going back to a fine line, because this is always adjusted. And you can adjust this. It's pretty much the chrome is the Patriot. There's a few differences on them, but this one has the locking nut. They have the Extreme Badger Patriot now that I think has the locking nut on it too. So, but I like this. Unfortunately, this one's broken too, so I gotta get bubble wrap from Staples, wrap up the Sotar, wrap up this one, and send it back to Ken at Badger, and have both of them fixed. So screw you, Amazon, on airbrushes, because you're just horrible. That was the chrome. The one that I just had out with the locking nut is chrome. And like I said, if you're going to buy a Badger airbrush, any airbrush, somebody was telling me they do buy airbrushes on Amazon, but they're buying directly from that manufacturer, which is great because now you're dealing with the manufacturer. the person or persons that have been selling the Badgers are not direct from Badger. There's somebody else selling them, a third party. And a lot of these are returns. Me and Mark both got stuck with one, and I forgot who the two other people were. They got stuck with crappy airbrushes too. So Ken was fairly pissed that, you know, we're getting these crappy airbrushes, and it's not the airbrush itself, it's whatever the person's doing to the airbrush. And I had the feeling they're doing what I used to do as a kid. They'll ruin the airbrush. They'll order another airbrush, put the bad one in the box, return it, and then they're going to get a credit from Amazon, or their credit card's going to get reimbursed, and they didn't pay for another airbrush. There we go. My least favorite piece is this little lever over there. I usually put it in wrong. Just remember the hump. Hump goes to the back because it's got to push that out. Oh, no, yes, this one goes in here. Oh, forgot the locking nut. And that's on there. And yay, I got a clean airbrush again. Now the balls on the back of these, if you can see, they're usually colored. This one was silver. The color on there tells you which needle you have in there. I have to repaint this one silver. What happens was when it goes into the Windex and stuff, it actually strips that paint off there, and then you don't know. I lost a couple seals in between. This seal's no big deal. It still works, and that seal's no big deal. I just got to order some stuff for this, but I love my Badgers. So now I have a clean airbrush, and I'm going to get to mess her up again. I always fight with that. That tabs. I know what you're saying, it's fans. You know how many times I get mad because I put that stupid tab in the wrong way? I end up putting it in the wrong way, and I'm like, why isn't it going anywhere? Because the hump, I had it facing towards the front, or you're trying to get this little piece in here, which you can slide. That's why it's to the side like that. And then it'll go back. But this thing I always have problems with. But they have it's a T over here. So you can put that to the side. Why? I don't know why you would put it to the side, because it holds the needle back. I wouldn't mess with that. The other thing I was looking at on the Harder and Steenback, which I liked, was this cut is more open. That cut is more open, so you can get to this piece on there. And this little piece that I'm adjusting now is the tension for your trigger. So the more you loosen this up, so if you didn't know what that, let me get this up here more, what I'm talking about. This piece is for your tension on the trigger. Inside here is the spring, and that pulls this back and forth. I have mine always all the way tightened down. I like the tension tight on mine. But if you want, you can adjust this where you can have a looser, you can see the trigger's a lot looser. You can have a looser trigger. You can go as loose as you can before this nut falls out. You can have a really loose trigger. I like having mine all the way down here. This way I can, I have to kind of force it back. It's not being forced, but I can feel the pressure on it and go slower. If I have it opened up all the way like this, really loose, then I can fly right all the way to the open position, the needle pulled all the way back and fully open. I don't like that. But on the Harder and Steenback, this is an open cut all the way to there, so you don't have to take this portion off, the handle portion off, to get to it. You can get to everything right from that open cut. You can get to your tension knob. You can get to the needle chuck here, where you open that up and just pull your needle out. And then on the back it has the dial to keep an exact line of where you want to be at. I got a clean airbrush again. Where's my cap so I don't bend my needle? Yeah, I had the problem with the 175 too. That little thing is always a pain in the neck to do. Never ever fun. So you got to watch me clean my airbrush. Thanks. I was thinking of the Renegades. Those are the fine needle ones, right, Ken? You made a mistake with the solar keyboard. It was renewed. Which solar key? Did I miss something up top? Did I miss something? Omar just was he was showing me pictures of his 3D guy he was working on, and he put a real cloth cape on his Mandalorian. It looks really, really good. If anybody knows the Lego Mars, anybody seen when the new one is coming out? All right, thanks, Ken, because I was thinking about those too, because I think you can get 3 Renegades. They got 3 different Renegades that you can buy. I'm saving up for the Order and Steenback Infinity CR2 and one in the O2. That's the one I want. 300 something bucks. That sucker is. When I do buy it, let me see. Trying to find the site that I'm gonna buy it at. Airbrushes, Harder and Steenback, Infinity CR Plus. And how much does he want for that one? $320. I've seen it other places for $302, but it's definitely over 300 bucks for this one. But I am going to buy it from Jesse Garcia over at GarageKit.us. I know Jesse. He's a really good guy. He runs US Garage Kit Paints. If you haven't seen them before, fast service, and if anything's wrong, he's always there. I don't know what a K75 is, Brian. It was supposed to be February, but I haven't heard anything. Yeah, he's doing, how much is his? Yeah, his is $320.10. Let me click into, I'm going to tell Jesse he needs to change up his things. The only thing I would have to get is adapters for my hose, because all mine are made for Badgers. But yeah, see, we're thinking about the same one. Getting the same one. There's so many good airbrushes out there. I have about $100 budget for an airbrush. Then I think an Iwata Eclipse is in that range. But the question is, do you want one with the Blick Art? Let me see what they got at the Blick Art. Iwata Eclipse Series airbrush is $159. Well, I think. Gravity feed, $159. Looks like most of theirs are $159. It's definitely over $100 bucks for those. But do you want one with the locking nut where you can lock it down? This way you always have the same spray pattern. Stay away. Do not order airbrushes from Amazon. Don't do it. Not good. Stay away from those. Stay away from those indeed. I'm trying to think what else we got going on. Spray gunner. Why have I seen spray gunner before? Is that a US based place? See you later, bud. Have a good one. I don't even know what a Solar is. It for the computer? I don't know that brand. Amazon is very bad. Shh, they're always watching. They're always watching. Hey, John, what's going on? Who's Kevin? Busting chops now. Who's this Kevin? Who's this Kevin guy you talk of? 3, 4, 8 with a needle adapter hose 150. Oh, that's not bad at all. I was just busting your chops, John. And I'm still working on that thing for you, John. I don't know what to do now. I don't know what to do. No clue what we should do. Not on airbrushes. Amazon's very, very good to me on other things. No, I was messing with you, John. But airbrushes, like I was saying before, unfortunately, Mark got a bum Badger airbrush, the Sotar 2020, which I have here. It's going back to Badger. I have a bum Chrome, which is going back to Badger, that was bought off of Amazon. And we also had 2 other people in the group that were talking about bad Badger airbrushes that they got off Amazon. And that's why I'm saying don't buy airbrushes off Amazon. Go directly, unless it's to, like Spence was saying, he buys direct from Spray Gunner on Amazon, and that's the company is on there, so that's no big deal. You're safer that way. The Badgers seem to be all third-party people selling the Badger airbrushes, so stay away from that. You don't want to get caught up what me and Mark got caught up in. Buy direct from a reputable place. This way you know nobody else had the airbrush, or you're hoping nobody else had the airbrush, and it was a return and then shipped out. Because Amazon is known for that. They don't check anything. My brother and I were doing my mother's central air conditioning in Florida, and we had to buy the tools to cut the duct board, and that tool set is $500. We got to it. It was all open. Tools were everywhere. So somebody had bought it, used it, returned it. So you know what we did? We were going to keep it to have amongst all our tools. We said, screw this. We did our boards, packed it up, sent it back. So you get a lot of that from Amazon. You got to be careful. Careful, careful, careful. Maybe I'll just, maybe I should start spraying the girl while I'm here. You can, I don't want you to hear the air compressor because the air compressor is so damn loud. I was gonna start working on the girl's legs, but maybe I'll start building something else. Start working on something else. 3D printed Chippy. If somebody can draw him up, that'd be expensive for me to find somebody to draw him and have him 3D printed. But I would love to find somebody that's able to draw Chippy up and sell the files. This way you can get Chippy stuff. Yeah, you made out well. I'm glad you won on that. That's awesome. Yeah, that's it was a. Brian, did you buy it as you got to watch on Amazon too? You got to make sure you're not clicking on a refurbished one because sometimes they will say refurbished. You got to be careful. Any other group builds you haven't started? I haven't started a bunch of them. I didn't pick anything for the Batman build. I have to order the figures for the World War II group build. You know what? What group builds do we have going on? Christmas group build is my tank from last year that I didn't do. Shelf Queen group build, I need to 3D print up some stuff. So I'm just sucking. I suck. I may make it next year. Until I went to Daytona, I didn't realize how close Indy was. Daytona. Oh, Dayton. I thought it was Daytona. Dayton. I do got to work on, I don't even know where it is. I got to work on that car I started. I have to finish up Mr. Freeze for the Batman group build. Yeah, I didn't pick anything yet for the Batman group build. I actually want to get the original Batmobile and do that, I think. So I don't want to touch my Batman figures yet until I get the last figure in. Once they put that out there. I'm hoping they do. I'm hoping they put that out there. We got 25 people here. Nice. Nicey, nice. Just reading, just in case I missed anything. I don't like to miss anything, but sometimes I do. All right, Granny. Make sure you post up your pictures on the site. Come on over there. Shelf Queen group build. I got a bunch I got to finish. And that's what I'm looking for 3D printing too, because I was going to order glass laboratory equipment from England. This guy hand blows miniature laboratory equipment, but I want to see if there's a really clear resin that I can print all of that stuff and finish up the diorama for that. I'm thinking of building Enola Gay. Wow, that'd be a good one. That would be a good one. What is Space Loot? Space Loot is the currency for the stream. So at the end of the month when we have our giveaways, you use your Space Loot to buy raffle tickets. So it doesn't cost you anything to gain Space Loot. All you got to do is watch. But if you're new and you want to gain Space Loot on the quick, you can actually donate to the stream. And for every $1 you donate to the stream, you get 50 Space Loot. And just in case you didn't know what the giveaway is, this month's giveaway, actually let me go to this one first, is sponsored by Sabo Miniatures. And Sabo Miniatures is going to give away one set of scale 75 paints, and that's an 8 paint set, so if you get it, don't get frustrated. And I'm going to be backing that up with a wet palette, so somebody will get an 8 paint set and somebody will get a wet palette. And at the end of the month, we have the drawing. You know, I hope to get on here usually around anywhere between 2 and 4 o'clock and let the raffle run for about an hour and a half. This way people could get in, throw their raffle in, and get a chance to win something. Space Loot not available in Canada. Only available in the continental United States and territories. No, I don't know if that's true or not. Don't know. Poor John always has trouble with Space Loot. It's funny because he can't see it, but he collects it, and he can't get in on the raffles for some reason. It's so crazy. But the conversion rate sucks. So what's for dinner, Cal? She just shot me a look. Yeah, hopefully you can get a new one. Just make sure it doesn't say refurbished on there. But the exchange to loonies is ridiculous. Loonies and toonies. For the Beacon group belt, I need to find the Star Trek exploration set. That's got to be out there somewhere. Speaking of Star Trek, I gotta do just a little sanding, and then I'm gonna pick out because the 63 set came with a bunch of grays, so I'm gonna see what grays they got in here, and if anything is close to the original Star Trek Enterprise, I'm gonna use that and spray it up. And then Wednesday night we have tonight after the show I got to put up next week's schedule of videos that'll be up. So we got some stuff to do. I would paint on here just to try the scale 75 again. I know the scale, I love the scale 75, the colors, the flatness of them, but the compressor will just drown everything out, and it'll be horrible. But I do got to do more building on here on Saturdays. Just looking to see what everybody's saying. So if you haven't yet, come and join the community. Come and join up. I know there's guys here that aren't on the community, and if you haven't yet, go get your Chippy merchandise. Yes. Who you laughing at?
The guy fell down an icy driveway and lost his shoes.
Let's see. Does it work for John? Well, John's... Have you considered a small nitrogen setup? Nitrogen? I'm going to blow this place up. I'll blow this place up. Watch all my models. All my models are going to start falling out. What is... Tommy, why is my brother sending me an SOS? What is he SOSing about? I don't know. Save our ship. Actually, this is the kit. This is one of my Shelf Queen builds. I started this and I didn't even finish the that's hydrogen. Nitrogen is fairly inert. I know you're a scientist. I'll still blow myself up with it. I started with this guy. Oh, I did take all the chrome off, which is... Started on the engine on this thing. Max hair on my fingers. I haven't built a car in so long. I gotta work on this. Now, when I did the stripping, I gotta prime these up. It's got this weird film on here. I gotta wash it too to see if No, I did wash these. I washed all this stuff afterwards. So I stripped all that. I got to find a good chrome besides the Molotow, because I used the Molotow, but the Molotow pen, if you go one way, you can't go back the other way. But somebody was saying the AK stuff was really good. I got to decide how I'm going to build this up. So yeah, I'm going to be working on this. I haven't built a car in so long. I got to see what colors. Now that I got all those flat colors, I can start mixing up colors. Start working on this guy. Maybe work on him a little tonight. Deserves to be worked on. Like I said, I haven't built a car since I'm a kid. Oh, that's I'm glad you know, because I have no clue what that was. Primer's going to go right over that stuff. Oh, I love AK paints too. I've just never used their metallics before. Molotow takes forever to dry. I cannot stand how long Molotow takes to dry. I'm very impatient when it comes to, because I guess I'm so used to acrylics. The Molotow takes forever to dry. Uh-oh, what is my brother sending me? I have no idea what he's sending me. He's sending me some crazy stuff. Yeah, it's very, it's too long. Way too long to dry. So that's why I don't even bother with that stuff anymore. So I think tonight maybe I will start working on this again, because this is actually if you didn't know, Bud Buxbaum, the guy that was in here before and everybody said goodbye to, unfortunately he's had it pretty rough. His wife passed away from cancer. Before his wife passed away from cancer, unfortunately his son took his life. And he has a GoFundMe going, and we're trying to raise $5,000 for Bud, because he's been bounced all around, and all his stuff is in storage in Pennsylvania, and it'll take about $5,000 to get it all packed up and put onto a trailer and brought down to Texas for him. So he really has very, very little. He's a good guy, and all his he's got his airbrush booth, his airbrushes, and all that other good stuff, all still sitting in Pennsylvania. So if you're friends with Bud on Facebook, he usually has his GoFundMe up there. I know a few of you have already donated to him, but if you're interested in helping out, it's weird because people put up stuff like Bud did to help out, and he'll only get a little bit, and then somebody will put up, I stubbed my toe, I need a Band-Aid, and they'll get like $10,000. So it's a little odd on the GoFundMe. I'm looking to see if he's got it up here, because if he does, I'm going to grab here's his GoFundMe, and then he wrote up a whole thing about what happened to him and his son and his wife and all that good stuff. So that's his. Hopefully that comes. I won't even give it. Stupid frickin' YouTube won't even let me post a GoFundMe site. So, but if you're friends with Bud, you can help out. If not, we understand. I gotta check out some more of the stuff that's going on. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start this guy tonight. I gotta actually order some more paints for the girl. I gotta get metallics for her buttons and stuff like that. That's the one bad thing about the 63 set. Doesn't come with any metallics. It just comes with regular paints. Yeah, he's had a real hard time of it. And he's on disability. Bud's been handed a bad set of cards, but you know what? He keeps chugging along, doing what he's got to do. So Bud's a real good guy. Met him a few times. All you know about my first magazine, Model Builder International. I had that pirated. We lost that. I actually only had one copy ever made of that magazine, and we did a special article, remembering his son. So I met him at Mosquito Con, and I gave him that one issue because I wanted him to have it because his son was, we did the article for his son. So he's got the only existing copy of Model Builder International, which is pretty cool. I'm glad Bud has it. Yeah, I feel bad for Bud too. You know, I try. I'm hoping. I try to spread the word on that one, and just for some reason, it never takes off. I got 5,000 friends on my Facebook page or my regular personal thing. Just $1 by everybody, we would have covered them. But you know, it's like Facebook is garbage. It really is. I made some good friends there, but the most part, it's a garbage place to be. I use it mostly to catch up with you guys and see what you guys are doing. Was looking at Revell Titanic 1600 Easy Snap Kit. Why don't you get it, Brian? Get that sucker and build that Titanic. Build the Titanic. All right, guys. I am gonna go because I don't want to kick on the air compressor because that thing is really gonna be loud. It's it's almost time for dinner too. So I got on late, and I got a couple other things to do. But I think I am gonna finish. I'm gonna start this one up for my Shelf Queen build. This way I could get this done. And this one's actually, I have a few of Bud's kits that his son had, and I got to get those done. So that's that. But thanks for stopping by and watching me break down my airbrush, put it together, listen about the Scale 75 paints. If anybody's got any questions or anything like that before we go, let me know. We'll talk about that, and we'll get some more stuff up on the site. Yeah, he's been going through a rough spot for a pretty long time, and hopefully we can get things going for Bud. Would be nice. But I'm glad to see all of you here. And I'm going to pack it in. We're going to do some stuff around the house. And I got to set up the... Oh, that's what I got to do. I got to get the kid to help me. I got to do this damn green strawberry review already for the Star Fury kit. Nah, I got to do that. If I had a lot of airbrushes, I would. I'm a Badger guy, but I could look around and see. I could look and do research and do something like that and add it in. So you guys have a good night. I'll figure out something better to do next Saturday. We got to start doing stuff. I'll pick something out that we can build and chit chat and all that other stuff. I might try the StreamYards thing too. So, but guys, take care. We're gonna figure out. I'm gonna badger actually Kelly to see what's for dinner until she beats me up as usual. And we'll see you Wednesday night for the next unboxing and vote. And that's pretty much it. You have a good night, everybody. Make sure you come over to the site, sign up, and go get your chippy stuff. Hey, and actually, before I go, if anybody knows anybody that can 3D draw, let them know we want to get Chippy drawn up and made into a 3D thing we can print out. And that's pretty much it now. Guys, have a great night. I'll see you all soon. Take care, and bye-bye.